Hi, my name is Mallory Galan, and today I'm honored to share Give Where You Live, a campaign designed to strengthen the South Plains Food Bank at a pivotal moment in its history. This campaign isn't just about fundraising, it's about restoring stability, increasing dignity, and ensuring that families across West Texas never have to wonder where their next meal will come from. Again, my name is Mallory Galan, and I developed this campaign through MG Insights, where my work centers on strategic communication for community impact. As a PR and strategic communication major at Texas Tech, my academic experience and personal passion for nonprofit advocacy shaped every part of this campaign. I designed this project with one intention: to create a campaign that doesn't just raise money, but also changes the way the community understands giving back. The South Plains Food Bank serves 19 counties across West Texas. And behind every county is a set of families who rely on South Plains Food Bank not just during the holidays, but every single day. But awareness alone is no longer enough. People know the food bank exists, however, they don't understand the critical importance of financial donations. Give Where You Live bridges the gap by showing donors that when they support South Plains Food Bank financially, they are supporting their neighbors, their coworkers, their children's classmates, and in all honesty, the people who make up the fabric of all of West Texas. As far as our problem statement goes, South Plains Food Bank is serving more families than ever, but inconsistent financial support makes it difficult to keep up with rising demand and sustain year-round operations. The demand is increasing, the food costs are rising, rural access barriers are widening, and financial donations, all of what the lifeline of operations depends on, remains unpredictable. When funding is inconsistent, South Plains Food Bank cannot plan ahead. They can't forecast inventory, they can't expand programs, and they cannot guarantee that families across 19 counties will be supported year round. This campaign answers that challenge directly by building a stronger, more reliable base of financial donors. Moving along to our situation analysis and in particular our internal factors. The mission is to alleviate hunger and bring hope to individuals and families facing food insecurity while working toward a future where no one goes hungry. South Plains Food Bank is committed to building a stronger, healthier community for all. The vision of the food bank is to create a community where every individual and the family has access to nutritious food and the opportunity to live a healthy and fulfilling life. As far as the values go, it is the compassion and serving individuals and families with dignity and care. South Plains Food Bank is committed to expanding food access, strengthening communities through collaboration and youth engagement, while all created opportunity that help break the cycle of poverty. Internally, the food bank has what money really can't buy: a mission rooted in dignity and compassion, as stated, and a reputation that's been built over decades in programs that literally change lives. These internal strengths mean that South Plains Food Bank already has the heart of all of the community. Now, as my job, this campaign is to turn that heart into action. Moving along to our external factors, there's a rising demand with limited access to food and inconsistent funding are straining South Plains Food Bank's ability to meet community needs. There's competition, there's volunteer shortages, and evolving expectations require stronger outreach resources and long-term support. Externally, the food bank is surrounded by both challenges and opportunity. As mentioned, there are challenges of which might include limited transportation, families are stretched by inflation, and then there's competition from dozens of nonprofits literally doing the same thing and fighting for donors as well. But when we think about this, there's also an enormous opportunity as well. We have a community that deeply values taking care of its own. Businesses are eager to support local causes when they know what it's for. And there's also a digital landscape that rewards storytelling, transparency, and authenticity. This campaign is built specifically to leverage these opportunities while directly confronting the challenges. With our research, we were faced with three questions. First question being, what motivates individuals to donate or volunteer with the South Plains Food Bank, and how do they decide when, how, and how much to give? The second question was, what do Texas Tech populations and general public know and believe about the South Plains Food Bank, its services, and its users? Thirdly, what kinds of communications, events, or recognition would most effectively encourage ongoing donations and volunteer participation, including beyond seasonal peaks? These questions that we were asked literally shaped every decision in this campaign and really what all of the information is gathered around. Right here, I am showing some of the graphs of which the surveys contained. The first one is, how do you prefer to support a nonprofit like the food bank? And you can see right here that we have the outcome for all of these. What types of media would most influence your engagement with the food bank? Social media, without a doubt, was the winner in this one. What type of donations are you more likely to give? So in this question right here, people are stating that they would most likely give time. And lastly, and these are only 4 of the questions that were asked in the 2 surveys that were given. Do you prefer one-time donation opportunities or ongoing? So this one, everyone was pretty open, which tells you that if they know a little bit more about what this is about, they might be open to give more than just one time. So for our target publics, the primary target public that I have presented would be adults in West Texas with the financial ability to donate. This would entail those who have a steady income and can make one-time or recurring donations, which that is the goal. They're motivated by supporting their local community. They might be familiar with South Plains Food Bank, but they're unaware of the impact of the financial portion of that. And they're most capable of providing sustained funding. To continue this, I did go on to doing a secondary target public. This would be, again, adults. These are adults that care about community improvement but have not yet donated. They're interested in helping locally, but they're really just unsure of what their contribution really goes toward and how it makes a difference. They also need awareness about why the monetary donations are more effective than just the food donations. And an additional target public, just local families, professionals, and community members already engaged with the food bank. These are volunteers. They attend events. They support and encourage to transition into actual financial donors. They already trust the food bank and they're open to deeper involvement. So the theme, Give Where You Live, what it really does and what I was going for was for it to encourage the communities to support the food bank, of course, through the financial donations. It emphasizes that contributions stay local and directly help families in West Texas. It connects giving with a sense of belonging and community pride, and it reinforces that supporting South Plains Food Bank strengthens the entire region. When a specific group or a small group, large, is presented, this helps them as well. So with our key and our supporting messages, the financial donations directly strengthen the South Plains Food Bank, and it allows it to really better serve the families across West Texas. It allows the food bank to buy food in bulk and possibly at the lower cost. When you buy more, it's typically more of a deal. It supports long term planning and stable year round operations, and it keeps donations local, directly benefiting families in the community. And for this in particular, the insights pointed us towards this campaign, which is rooted in clarity. You got to think of emotion when it comes to this type of a situation, or what this food bank does for the community. And it's really just a pathway into doing something with action. So our first goal is to increase awareness of the South Plains Food Bank as a local giving destination. Sorry about that. Our strategy is for a community engagement. Excuse me. And with this tactic, it'd be to distribute donation starter kits at community events and local hubs. With this in particular, this goal is here for visibility, clarity, and really just to connect the community into what this all about. With the strategy, the second strategy within this goal, it uses the digital media and messaging to consistently reinforce what this theme is all about and to highlight the power of giving financially. For our second goal, it's to increase the number of individual donors, which those are the ones that are contributing to the food bank. The first strategy under this goal is to really make giving simple, with a tactic of using donation starter kits with suggested amounts. So specifically putting, for example, right here, start with $10, and to make it even easier, you put a QR code on whatever benefits you as the client best, that would be easy on the eye. People are able to scan the QR codes, and it really just makes for a quick giving of any amount. And then the second strategy is to strengthen the donor appreciation. So what this does is it really just helps the donor feel valued, and it makes it kind of personalized with communications. When the donors feel seen, chances are they're going to keep giving. The third goal is to increase recurring monthly donations and participation in business roundup giving. So what this does is it introduces monthly donor loyalty packages that celebrates just really those that continue to give back, and it enforces their importance. So it really just shows the recognition and appreciation, and that's what this tactic would be about, is to give a donor package, again, which would just give them the recognition and the appreciation for them giving back to the food bank. The second strategy under this goal would be, of course, to engage local businesses. With this Roundup campaign, it offers a low effort, high impact tactic that reaches thousands of the customers. So it would have signage, messaging cards, and recognition displays for this in particular pertaining to the businesses. So when we move into our next slide, this is going to be for the evaluation. Really, it's to measure success in two ways. First being output, which is going to be during the campaign. What we would have produced is starter kits, social media engagement, the donor inquiries, and then the business participation. And then when we move over to our outcome evaluations, this is after the campaign. What we're hoping to see is the growth in individual donors, an increase in monthly donors, and higher donation revenue, and really just to expand the awareness and business retention. The evaluation ensures the South Plains Food Bank can clearly see the campaign's impact. Whenever we're moving into the budget summary, I'm going to touch on the timeline first. So really, this is something that the goal is to unfold over the next 4 months. So with the first month, it would be to build them to essentially build, to start building. And what that means is gathering the materials, the training, and figuring out who the partnership's going to be. The second month we will be the launching month, which would be the messaging across platforms and the kit distributions. The third month would be to activate, which is to do the roundups, to get the donors engagement, and then really just the mid-campaign momentum to see where that is. For the fourth month, it's to finalize, to elevate, to get that final push, to strengthen the donors, to spotlight the donors, and really just ensures that awareness and engagement are giving steadily and they're built on each other. So right here, I do have our budget summary, which is based off of $10,000. And this is really a realistic budget whenever you think about a nonprofit and the strategies allocated towards it. For mine, again, it's going to be those starter kits, which are going to be the core driver of this engagement. The loyalty package, which is going to be essential for the recurring donor retention, and the business roundup materials, which expands the reach through partnerships. When you think about it, every dollar works towards increasing South Plains food banks, any food banks really, but this just really helps with stability of the finances. So to conclude everything right here, what this whole campaign is about and what it's meant to do is for its commitment, really. This commitment is to educate donors, a commitment to strengthening community ties, and the commitment is to ensuring that every family in West Texas has access to the nutritious food. This campaign transforms good intentions and hoping to be a lasting impact. So I have some key points right here just to raise awareness, making the donating simple. It strengthens the donors' relationships and recognition, expands support, builds both immediate and long-term stability, and then just to help ensure families across West Texas. I want to thank you for your time. I believe this campaign is exactly what the South Plains Food Bank needs right now. It's really a community-centered approach that builds awareness, it simplifies the giving, and creates long-term stability. I would be honored to help bring this vision to life, and I am ready to take any questions you might have.